Hi, I'm Orla, and this is Girl on a Microphone. And today I'm just going to be talking about how 2026 has been going. Because, yeah, why not? I mean, it's only January, so you never know. It could get worse, could get better, but I thought it would be nice to talk about what's been going on. I finished the first draft of my new novel, so I'm very happy about that. I am gonna get some people to read it, like some members of my family, um, and see what they think about it, and then I will use their advice, or if there's any like grammatical errors, like I'll go in and fix that in the second draft. But for me, the second draft is more about like plot holes or inconsistencies than spelling. Spelling usually comes in like the third draft. um, but I kind of just do a bit of both. So I've got less to do in the third draft. But yeah, so I'm really happy about that. It is my novel A Cage of Needles, which I'm hoping to publish this year, but we will just see where the wind takes us with it. Um, because I'll know better when I get my feedback from it, but like I feel like when you write the first draft, you feel like it's a fully um like built novel, and then you get all this information, you're like, oh, I've forgotten this, I've forgotten that, so I think for me it just depends how long the second draft will take, whether I publish it this year or next. The other thing is I've been applying for uni, so I've been very excited about that. I've had auditions for uni, and so far they've gone well, so I'm I'm glad. Um, I feel like auditioning for uni is such a strange, um, like feeling sometimes, because like I'm not really a naturally nervous person, so I wasn't like incredibly nervous, but at the same time it feels really strange to be completely calm. Like sometimes I was sitting there and I was like, I feel like I should be more nervous, more stressed out about this. But yeah, so they've gone very well so far. I have more auditions later on in the year, so I'm not done with that yet, but it's went off with a great start, so I am glad about that. So, yeah, I mean, what more could I ask for? you know, it's really nice when you prepare a lot for something like that and it does go really well, because like it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and yeah, like you really have to sell yourself. So if you don't feel like you've sold yourself, like it's kind of scary. But yeah, I I've been really content with how that's been going. So hopefully I'll get into a few places. Um, but I'll just have to wait and see. Another thing is I've been working on a lot of other things behind the scenes. I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm not sure when this comes out, if I'll have already done it or not, but I have been invited to be the member of a panel for an event, which feels really like really crazy, but in a good way. Yeah, so I'm gonna be a panel for an event. I don't want to like say what it is. Yeah, but I'm very proud to be part of it. And it just feels so amazing, I guess, like when people recognize your work, um, and want you to be part of something. So I'm very excited for it. I am a little nervous, I won't lie to you. like, it's they're gonna be asking me a lot of questions. And I want to make sure that I've got very well prepared answers. I don't want to I don't want them to ask me like a really good question and then I just kind of sit there and forget what I was gonna say. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. Um, and I think I'm gonna have a lot more opportunities like that in future, which I'm happy about. Like I'm, I was gonna say I'm just a girl. That sounds so bad, but like I do just like write in my bedroom and like make videos like this. Like I don't feel like it's not imposter syndrome or anything. Like I know that a lot of people um saw my book and read my book, but like I just feel like at my age, it's kind of crazy that I'm being invited to do things like this. Um, you know, it's it's everything I could have asked for and more, to be honest. So I'm just really happy about that and very, very proud of myself. And especially like start 2026. Like, I mean, what do you mean? I'm like speaking on a panel in January. Like, who knows what I'm going to be doing 6 months later. Um, and yeah, I'm just very, very grateful for all the opportunities I've been given. And yeah, like, it's nice that people do give me these opportunities to talk about myself and my work and to be part of something like important. Um, it's really nice, and yeah, it just makes me feel like what I'm doing does have some kind of impact, even if it's a small impact. It's nice that people recognize it um, and want me to go further. So I'm very excited about that. But like I said, I don't want to say too much just in case it's not happened yet. I'm not sure when this episode is coming out, so I don't wanna like tell you all the stuff and then um it's not happened yet. But at the time of recording, the event is next Monday. I'm not sure if this is gonna come out before or after. So I just feel like January's started really strong for me. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I'm just really excited for this year. And there's going to be a lot of change in my life, but I think a lot of good change. And yeah, I'm excited for more opportunities. I'm excited, to travel to different cities, to, spend more time with my friends. And yeah, feel like I just feel quite calm, which is good because I'm usually full of energy, but I feel quite calm about like this year. I'm not too stressed about what's going to happen or I'm not in a rush to get anything done particularly. Like I'm 99% sure that this novel is going to come out at the end of this year. So, obviously you have to put the work in for that to happen, but I'm not like panicking about whether that's achievable or not because I know it's achievable. Like especially once you get the first draft done. Um, like it depends how much feedback I get and how much I need to change in the book, but like if I gave myself a few weeks to do that and like I dedicate those weeks to that, like I could get that done so quickly. Like I've just got a lot more trust in myself, and what I'm doing, which is nice. So, yeah, I'm very glad about that. Because I am very confident in myself, but I feel like when you're presenting work to an audience, it feels a little different because one, art is subjective, and two, like you're kind of writing something because you want people to read it. Like people's opinions don't massively impact my work, but it is, you know, like I want it to be good, obviously. Not everybody has to think it's good, but like I do want it to be good, and I want to be proud of it. So to feel so proud of my work just makes me very hopeful for what I write when I'm an even better writer in future. Um, Also, I will be turning 20 this year, which I don't know. It doesn't feel that strange, but I think once it gets closer to my birthday, I'll be I'll be in a bit of shock. Like I'll no longer be a teenager. I'm gonna be an adult, so can't market myself as a teenage author anymore because that will not be the truth. And like I know 20 is quite young, but like I feel like that's like a new era in your life, you know? Um, like I mean, I already feel like I'm an adult. Um, so I mean, I think I always get confused. You're like technically legally an adult in Scotland when you're 16, but you can't do everything. So like 18's more when you're like actually an adult, but like you can get married when you're 16 and stuff like that. So it's very different to America. Um, but yeah, I don't know, 20 feels like being a real adult though, you know? Like I feel like when you're like 18 or 19, like you're like adult enough, but you're not. Maybe that's just me, you know? Like I feel very responsible, but I don't feel like, I don't know. Like I feel very responsible and very mature for my age, but I feel like being 20 is gonna hit me like a bus. um, but yeah, um, that's the other thing. I don't think, I mean, age can be impressive with achievements, but I don't think that it's like mandatory. Like, I think it's so great that I've been able to achieve so much at such a young age, but like, I don't think that defines you necessarily. Like, I don't know how to describe, like, I feel like sometimes when people achieve things at a young age, it puts a lot of pressure on themselves where I do feel pressure sometimes, but I feel a little more relaxed, you know? Um, like, it doesn't, like, I think the age that you achieve things is impressive, but it doesn't amount to your success, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, Vera Wang was, I think, 40 when she made her first perfume and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that once you hit a certain age, you stop achieving things. Um, but I am proud that I've achieved so much, like, before I've even turned 20. Like, I feel like that kind of, like, I've got a good setup for going into my 20s, I feel. Um, but not everything's about achieving in life. Like, I also just feel like in my personal life, like, like, things are going well. Things are going very well. So I just feel like I've got really good people surrounding me at the moment. Um, and that's really nice, especially because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of change in my life this year, which I'm happy about. But it's nice to have very, like, reliable people in your life and people that really make you feel good and, you know, are just great people. Like, not to be cheesy, but like, all my friends are just the most amazing people. And I'm so glad I have them in my life. So yeah, like, I just feel very very well rounded in like all aspects of my life at the moment, which is nice because I feel like, especially like with achieving things, like I'm very impatient. Like I want to publish the next thing. I want to do this. I want to do that. Where like having a bit more of a relaxed approach feels really good. And yeah, like I said, like I'm surrounded by such good people in my life, and I'm really content with where I am in my life, and you know, like I feel like that's good for going into this year, you know. um like I feel like I can maybe live in the moment more, and like just enjoy things more. So yeah, I'm just so far this year's going good for me, and I know it's just January, but I'm hoping that it continues. Um, yeah, I just feel like for the past couple of months, like there's just been a lot going on with my health and stuff. And yeah, like I did feel very isolated, and not that I didn't have good people around me, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you're in constant pain, it is isolating and you're not able to do the same things that you used to. And I've still got those issues, they've not stopped, but like, I just feel like I've been able to manage them a lot better, um, and like not let it get me down as much. I think the thing is like, yeah, I never get ill, so going from being like such a healthy person to having health issues that like impact my daily life was a bit a bit strange. Like I don't really know what to do with myself. But yeah, so I just feel like last year wasn't necessarily a shit year for me, but like I feel um like I'm just really glad that so far this year is going well. And I have a very good feeling about this year as well. Um, and yeah, I'm just hoping that all goes well and that all goes well for you as well. Um, and we'll see what happens. I might say that this is going to be a really good year and it'll end up being terrible, but I'm genuinely just very, I'm not one of those people that every year goes, this is going to be my year. Like, I'm not like that. No, nothing wrong with people who do that, but I do just genuinely have a really good feeling about this year and things going on in my life. So yeah, this is gonna be a very short episode of Girl on the Microphone. Uh, it's usually did I just say girl on a microphone? I always forget if it's girl on a microphone or girl with a microphone. Like I remember, and then as soon as I sit down to make the video, I completely forget. But anyways, um, this is gonna be a very short episode. Usually they're about like 30, 40 minutes. But yeah, I don't really have much to say this month. Everything's going good and I've been very inspired, but like I can't think of anything that's like interesting to share. I'm sure I'll have a bunch of things next month, but yeah, I'm just happy. That's about all to gather from this episode, and I I hope that you're very happy too. And I hope that yeah, this year's gonna be a good year for you. Um, yeah, that's about it. Usually I've got a lot more to say, but it's kind of nice. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.